All right, welcome back to Boring Reviews. Nick here.
Jodi there.
And we are here ready and excited for another comedic reaction. Who we checking out today? Jodes.
Rhod Gilbert.
Rhod. They say you have to say it like with the Welsh. Rhod. Don't know how to do it, sorry. But there's a certain way to do it. I apologize. And we're checking out the Luggage scene. There was a bunch of requests that came our way, which we're very, very grateful for. And I think this was one of them. I couldn't find all the other ones because there was a lot, but I can't remember which video it was on. But I'm pretty sure this one was, because they said suitcases and whatnot. Luggage is the same thing. Everyone's been there where you've had some issue with your luggage, your suitcase, or just the annoyance of having to lug it around when you're on a trip. Or you're lugging around, you're trying to get to your hotel in a city, and everyone's looking at you like you're crazy because there's regular locals or whatever. But thank goodness I don't think she have never had the nightmare experience of the airline losing our luggage. And I know it's going to happen to us eventually.
Nope.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Don't put that out there.
If you've had that experience, please let us know. I don't know what he's going to talk about. We're going to find out. If you like our reaction anyway, please don't forget to
like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you can be aware of our next uploaded video.
Nope.
I got a tickle my throat.
No tickles allowed.
No.
Here she goes.
I thought you were going to say no.
Stairs in the middle of the screen.
It's the DVD extras. I thought I would tell you a story. The story involves a trip. I've told this story many times all over the world, and everywhere I've told it, I have blamed a different airline. Out of necessity, you see, because you have to make the material relevant, the story relevant to the audience in front of you. So everywhere I've told it in Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, America, I have blamed every airline under the sun. I've even blamed Crab Air. I've even blamed the RAF. But the true story happened on a flight to Dublin some years ago with an airline that I can't name for legal reasons, but which, for the purposes of giving them a name, we will call Brian Air. It's thinly veiled, I admit. I'm Welsh. I was going abroad. I was going to Dublin. Have you ever been abroad? But I was excited. I bought shorts. T-shirts, sunglasses. They don't even sell them in Wales. I had to go to Bristol to buy them. I was excited about going abroad, and then I bought myself a brand new suitcase. One of the posh ones with the wheels and the handle, and then I flew to Dublin with Brian Ruddy Air. And I will show you what I found when I arrived in Dublin Airport just a few hours later. I get the last laugh. It still works. You can see where some hilarious Brian Air baggage handlers put a heavy label on that look. Bend your knees is the advice to anybody picking that up. Assisted lift may be required, it says. I'm not an idiot. The flight was about $9.99. I wasn't expecting miracles, and if I'm completely honest with you, the first 3 times this went round the baggage carousel, I laughed. Everybody laughed the first 3 times. There was the other passengers, the crew, everybody was having a great time, and then one by one they pissed off. It's just me and this.
Oh, no.
I took this to the desk. We'll sort this out. We'll soon sort this out. I didn't know what I was up against. There's a girl on the desk, looks at me, no hint of irony. She says, "What seems to be the problem?"
I don't know.
I said, "Mainly it's about my luggage." She said, "Is that not it?" I said, "This is some of it." Don't get me wrong, I'm thrilled to get this back. The thing is, I'm here for a month. I'm pretty sure I packed more than this. She had the nerve to ask me those questions that they ask you. I've heard these questions all over the world. They're normally perfectly sensible questions, but there was no need for it. She said, "Could anybody have interfered with it?" So we probably shouldn't rule that out. She said, "Have you left it on a attended at any point? I said, I suppose I must have, yes. I'm not the most observant person in the world, but if this had happened while I was wheeling it through Dublin Airport, I think even I'd have noticed. Surely it would have gone very light very quickly. I said, did you pack it yourself? I thought, why, what are you suggesting? You think my mum packed for me and thought this is all I'd need? She said, we'll do a report, mister. We'll do an official Brian A. We'll soon have your luggage back, don't you worry. We'll do an official report. I thought, good, do your report. This is progress. When Katie, it was all going quite well until about question 3 or 4. She took my name, she took my address. And then she said, does your luggage have any distinguishing features, Mr. Gilbert? Let's got one of them long black handles, if that's any use. And she wrote that down. Everyone's a comedian in Ireland, and they all think they're so bloody hilarious. Do we have any Irish people in tonight? Yeah, you all think you're hilarious. The taxi drivers, they're the worst, aren't they? Because I walked from the, what do you call it? Airport. to the taxi rank outside. I said, normal 3 or 4 taxis there. And bear in mind, when I walked out with this, I didn't have a 5-minute story to tell. I just had 22 kilograms of missing shit. I wasn't looking too happy, you know, but the taxi driver saw his eyes lit up. So predictable. You could see what he was going to do. Practically leapt out of his cab. He stormed round to the back. You can see exactly what he was going to do. Yeah, pops open the boot, the little shit. Typical Irish wit. He says, do you want a hand with that? Yes. No, thank you. I think I can manage. I said, if you really want to help, you can take the trolley back. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been absolutely lovely. Thank you very, very much for supporting me. Each and every one of you, I thank you so much. You've been wonderful. I hope you've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed myself. Thank you very, very, very much.
No, that's not fair. I wanted more.
That is hilarious. He pops the boot. You want to hand me that?
That is hilarious, though. I love how he's like, the taxi driver saw me. Like, oh, I got a field day with this. I want that guy. This is going to be awesome.
Oh, my cheeks. Is there any distinguishing?
No. There's one big part's missing.
And she wrote down long handle.
But see, that's got to be the most, not just that. I mean, yes, that.
Oh, my God.
But lost luggage in general has got to be so frustrating because it's either, there's 3 places, right? It's either going to be still on the plane and it didn't like get taken off for whatever reason, right? Or it's still at least at the airport somewhere, okay? 2, it's back at the other airport. Or 3, it's on any other airline that or plane that it went on.
Yeah.
Right? Or maybe an airline. I don't know how. I'm not sure if airlines themselves have their own particular conveyor belts. I don't think they do. It's just boom.
Yep.
So that's going to be the most frustrating thing. And I'm sure this is what he did. But if it was me for the first time, I'd say, can you just like stop that plane before it takes off again? Can you just have someone just check it one more time? There might be the rest of my luggage right there in the corner or something.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I could totally see like they're yanking and yanking and it just rips off and like, Well, before we went
Who did that?
Before we went on our trip, my sister was deployed and she had told me how they lost her luggage.
Oh.
And then a friend of mine was like, oh yeah, when I went to England, they lost my luggage. And I'm thinking, okay, we are going. Like if they lose our luggage, we're not making it back to that city to get it back. Like what in the world? So I told Nick, I was like, pack an outfit in your carry-on. We both had like a little backpack. We packed an outfit and I just prayed and prayed, please let our suitcases be with us. Please let our suitcases be with us. And at one point, it took forever to find ours. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Well, it's just like,
oh my gosh.
It took forever to get emptied off the plane. But luckily, I mean, obviously it was one of the first ones on there, so it was the last one off.
Yeah. And we were in a very, very big plane. So, I mean, it made sense. And we had all of our luggage. But that'd be the worst. If you're somewhere visiting and you have no clothes.
Again, like, never happened to us before. Hopefully it doesn't. I would love to hear your horror stories. Please don't forget to share those and to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. And until next time.
Goodbye.